Hi guys, it's Jamie here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to try dyeing some paper. I've put some kitchen paper down. You could use a glass worktop, whatever cleans up easily for you. And I'm just going to use really cheap copy paper. I think this is 80 GSM. And then from that paper we're going to make some mini envelopes. I've already got a template for you, kinda. And then we're going to make those mini envelopes vintage and stack 3 on top of each other on one journaling page. So it's a big project, but it's to create that extra special journaling page. So let's give it a go. And I have my Artesia pouring acrylic in bronze. Not that I've ever poured acrylics. I don't even know why I got these, but I've got them. So we're just going to go with bronze because I'm fancying a bit of glam, a bit of glitter. I don't know, what else can you say? I just want to see what's going to happen if I mix all this up. Is it still going to look bronzy? If I make it watery, it's looking pinky gold to me. Obviously you're not meant to water these down, but because I just want to dye a bit of paper with them, I am going to water them down, because I don't want them, actually I want more than that, but I don't want them too strong. I want a very delicate look. This is a massive experiment. I've not tried it. I don't have a prototype. This is just an idea and I can't sleep. So that's why we're doing it, basically. Might end up taking a couple of days, but obviously I'll edit it all together to make it a reasonably short video for you. I am just going to take my paper and dunk it and see if it makes patterns, what it does. Does it do anything? Yep, it makes a pattern, definitely. I might have to do this a few times, might mix the colours up so we get different ones. Oh, it's going to make almost like a marbly paper, isn't it? But we're going to end up with randomish patterns with some dye on it, some white. That's cool. Let me just find something to pop this on. Okay, I have loads and loads of these Amazon packages to make junk journal covers out of, and of course I've got so many, I'll never make that many journals. So I might as well put that on there, pop that to one side to dry. Let's do another one. Let's try a different colour. I'll keep that on there, but let's go with the gold this time. This is a set of 32 pouring colours which I got from Amazon. I don't think they were too expensive because they're already a bit watered down. I think that's going to be okay. Definitely got quite a shine to it. Metallic wine red. Just throw this in with the gold and the bronze and see what happens. I'm not worrying about tears. I like things like tears. I know that sounds a little odd. So I saw this idea, which is rather than have to iron papers, get your hair straighteners onto them. So here goes. They didn't say what temperature, of course, so I've turned it so the paint's on the inside. And I've got it on 150, so not the hottest and not the coldest. And let's just see if you can use a straightening iron to get some of these creases out. I don't know how much you do this for. You're not going to get perfectly straight, are you? Papers are pretty straight and they're very shiny. Somehow we will make this look vintage. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to line this up with the top of here, just over it, and then draw the triangle place roughly where that line's going to go and cut it out. Grab my knife. I'm deliberately going up. I will curve it in a minute. This one. Okay, that's curved it. Now we have a little envelope, but we're going to stick it onto the junk journal this way so you can open the envelope up. What I really want to do is just take a touch off that, but we're not talking much. Now you've got a definite gap there, and I don't think I need to curve it. Slightly, maybe. Let's go with the smallest. Gives it a slightly more professional finish. Okay, I'm going to repeat that process if you followed any of that. To make, so is it going to be 2 or 3? It might actually only be 2. Let's have a look. Yeah, to make 1 more. The next thing I'm going to do is take my brush and some espresso distress oxide and rub it into the 2 bits that are going to be showing, which is that end bit and that bit. Also, the transfer of this onto my hands is quite something. I'm thinking that I may well gloss varnish it before doing much more, because you wouldn't want transfer on anyone receiving the journal. Hopefully by rubbing some ink into this we can age these envelopes a little. Yeah, now that I much prefer. I'm going to just quickly coat it, that's a little bit damp but it'll do, with some acrylic gloss varnish, which hopefully when it dries will mean that we do not get that gold transfer anymore. I realise I'm doing this on top of a distress ink which is not waterproof, but if anything that just spreads that ink about. The finishing coat had the desired effect. It's now sealed here and here. I didn't do it on this bit. When you open the envelope you will see the inside, and the inside is white, so I thought very quickly could just glue down some pieces of book page, because it is a book lover's journal, and just cover this. Just start to line the inside of these envelopes with book page. I'm not even going to, which I would normally do, ink round the edges of them, because it is the lining of the envelope. Save myself a bit of time, grab some scrap, doesn't matter which way it's going, fill in the gaps and line it up. Everything's now dry, so we're just going to very lightly decorate these envelope pockets. I've got my usual script stamp, so if you've been watching any of my videos you'll know that this is my main go-to script stamp. I've put them this way so that I know which way to stamp, and obviously it would help if I got the stamp the right way up. And then I'm just going to very lightly throw some script on there so you can hardly see it. Then looking at this, that will be the right way up, so again just a real light splattering of script, and you can just about see that. Doing that on both envelopes. Because I believe these envelopes are beautiful within themselves and they really don't need much decoration, I'm just taking a variety of ink stamps and putting them over the backs of these envelopes initially, and then we'll revisit it. I have to say that I absolutely love how these are looking with the minimal decoration. So I think I'm just going to stencil on a bit more floral and probably just leave it at this. I probably won't even stencil on that much of the floral. I'm just going to take my brush, use the same ink, so I'm not changing the ink colour at all. So it's the one that's been added to the paper generally, it's been ink stamped, it's the edges have been done in this, everything about this is all in this shade of espresso. I don't even think that really shows through, to be fair. I'll try it on a different one and see if we can get it to show. I'll try a bit of a flower. Yeah, now we've got it to show, so just need to be a bit more severe with it. Taking different parts so that each envelope is slightly different. We can go quite away with this one. I really don't think any more needs to be done. I'm going to use some double-sided tape and just pop this down the edges, just the two sides. Now that these are together, just on those edges, just push everything down and create really good folds. The folds are there, they just need to be sharpened up a bit. If you want to at this point, you can go back round the edges and re-ink them. I did that earlier. This is as dark as I want it. For purposes of this video, we're going to decorate the page that they're going on. I've folded in half one piece of A4 coffee stained paper. The page you decide to decorate is entirely up to you, because we're only doing one, and then when it's in the journal we'll finish off this part of a signature. This is just to show you what I was thinking of doing with these. So I have this paper that I'm not going to be using. It was used in the paper bead video, and I don't want it to be without print on it, so I'm using the reverse side. Just going to tear it. I want it looking scrappy and torn. If I wanted straight edges, I would tear it accordingly. And then I am thinking, if we do it a bit like this, dull this down, dull down those edges. So again, using the same ink. This is how we get some continuity, or how I get some continuity on a page, is to take one colour all the way through. I'm going to just ink this down quite a bit. Then I am going to ink the edges, if I can find my little Dauber Dabber thingy. I've decided, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to put it on the front part of this and take a glue. That is now down. It would be nice to maybe use a stencil on this as well. I'm just going to let that dry first. Initially, I'm going to use the same decoration that's been used on the actual envelopes on the page. And again, this is for continuity of look, just rubbing on the stencil. And I think we'll take it this way. There we go. And then we have some of these stamps that we used before. Now, if you feel that this is too dull and that you want some more colour through it, you could add some stickers or some scrapbooking paper at this point. Let's have a little look and see, is this too dull? And you could do a little highlight border, have this slightly more over this way. I don't think personally it's strictly necessary. I could just stencil a bit more flower down this side, maybe a different one. This one's quite pretty. A lot of the ones that I have are quite large flowers and petals. Some of this is obviously going to be hidden. Just put a leaf going that way, bit of flower this side, creating a border of sorts, using different parts of the stencil as you go. I think that looks quite nice personally. Lots of different shading, different areas of interest, particularly when you get up close and personal to it. Obviously you have pockets here that you can use, but if we only seal 3 sides, so the 2 sides and the bottom, you could actually have a little tuck spot behind it as well, which is a secret one. Do the tape around the edge, the bottom, the 3 sides, and then if you're going to rub it on, go the direction of that envelope flap. And that is a page done, and it's unique. We will continue to work on this book theme project using old book pages and bits and pieces and decorations and put it together as a journal. Meanwhile, I'm going to say bye for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed this video and want to see more in this series or other series that I'm running all at the same time. I upload daily. See you later.